Hello, I'm Donalyn. I live in Wichita, Kansas. I'm a professor for a small Mennonite college outside of Wichita in North Newton. I have always had a desire to teach. So basically, my journey to mastery is to expand and develop my skills furthermore so I can be the best professor and teacher for my students. The first strategy, return to your origins. Green says, and he states that, and sometimes one's true inclinations can be revealed through an encounter with an actual master. To this point, I have had many masters that I have related to, and they have pushed me, and I kept on going back to these masters over and over and over through the years. And the second strategy, occupy the perfect niche. I really liked the part where Green mentions you can now combine this added field of knowledge to the original one, perhaps creating a new field, or at least making novel connections between them. Beginning of my journey was I was an art director for a university for 21 years, and I noticed that I just kept on adding to this career and branching out. With the third strategy, avoid the false path. The thing that Green mentioned in his writing is we rarely find the fulfillment that we crave when this happens. And I have to say that this was my turning point. After 21 years of working as an art director, I moved back home. At that time, for 2 years, I taught high school graphic design and photography. And I loved it. But after 2 years, they had layoffs, and I got laid off. And so there was a turning point. I went back to being a art director for a small college in their marketing department. So there was this huge gap in my purpose. So with number 4 strategy, let go of the past. You are not tied to a particular position. Your loyalty is not to a career or a company. With this part of my journey, with letting go of the past and always looking to adapt to new paths or directions, to have my eye on the future and not totally on the past or where I currently was sitting. So I saw that this was a path, and this was an opportunity to get back to what I was doing and what I loved, and to start feeling that I had a purpose again. So with strategy number 5, find your way back. The part that relates to me that Green mentioned was he says the way back requires sacrifice, and this was probably one of the hardest things for me to deal with, and to jump in to take the risk and go into teaching again at the college and to move to the faculty side. It was a struggle, but I knew I was doing what was right. It felt right. So I'm excited for this new path for me. I got back to teaching, and Full Sail is part of the strategies of my path.